my girl so rare. Cruising in our CanAm Spyder so true, through the curvy roads and the sky so blue. Eastern PA calls with its hills so high. Western PA answers under the sky. Sun above and the open air. Hand in hand, there's no need to choose. Just me, my girl.
Well, Blue needs a new rear tire. So it's a nice day today. It's Father's Day, but needs a new rear tire. Get out of the way. It's getting down there. Okay, so we're going to do that. That tire has 12,000 miles on it, but riding 2 up is pretty good. And this is the new tire. It's the same that was on there. They seem to work better than the originals. And about over 16,000 miles, I had the front end aligned and I had these tires put on. He's got 16,000 miles on them plus, so we don't need them yet. So we'll try to make a little video and see what we can do. So this takes a little bit. I'll try to go as much as I can to show you how to do it. Okay, I think we can see it now. Where that wrench is, it's the bracket for the muffler. Gonna loosen it up. Okay, it's a 15 millimeter, and I'm also gonna loosen that one, which is a 13 millimeter. I'm trying to get this so you can see him. Yeah, I know I'm twisting and turning and going every which way but loose. But you get the idea, just so I can rotate this out. I just did it enough so I could move this out of the way. That's where it goes. Just to give us a little room so I can get at this nut, which I'll be taking that off. That's, yeah, you get a quarter pin and a nut. There's like 170 foot-pounds to break it, so I'll have to use a breaker bar. Okay, I took the cover off. There's the quarter pin, and there's a nut. And I took this cap off also to get at the nut. That's for the rear axle. Okay? And you might want to loosen the screws in there. That's to adjust it to line the belt to get the right distance. Okay, I got the breaker bar, and this is a 36 millimeter, change somewhere, 36 millimeter socket. Same one for your air cleaner, I believe. Or if you don't have that, you can use an 1 7/16 wrench. All right. So I'm just going to break them, and then we'll go on to the next. I'm going to release the parking brake and take off the caliper just to give me more room. Makes it easier, I believe, but I could be wrong. Just a little note, chalk your wheels, okay, because you're going to be releasing. Okay, I released the brake, and when I shut it off, it's going to beep for like 10 seconds. That's normal. It's a little annoying, but it's normal. Come on, should be shutting off any time. There it is. Now the thing is, these are 5/8. There's one there and one a little bit further up. There's 2 of them. It's hard to see them, but they're there. And get the camera in close enough. But there's 2 of them. And be careful, make sure you secure it. And you're also going to take this off, which is an Allen. That's your ABS sensor. Be careful with that. The ABS sensor is a 5mm Allen. And be careful because there's shims underneath this. So you got to have the shims back in the right spot. If you don't, it won't work. So make sure you be careful with these shims. Okay? Just be very careful. Do not lose them shims. Just keep them all together. I usually take a tie wrap and tie them all together so everything stays together. Okay? It's a good idea to have a variety of extensions, different lengths. Okay, because it is tough, even though this is out of the way a little way, but it's still pretty tight. So just drop it down, tie it up somewhere so it doesn't fall apart. And these are the shims I told you about earlier. Okay. Now this is a 6mm for here. Okay, that's to adjust it on the axle. I just back them off. Like 1 turn, that's 1/4. Let's go too far. Okay, you don't want to go too far on it. And like I said, I tied that up. Okay, you want to make it so it's loose. A turn, half a turn. That's all you need. Just to take the pressure off the axle. Okay? And do the same with this side. Let's move my light so you can see. It's 1/4. Yeah. Okay. Loose. Alright. Now the fun part. Take this axle out. Here's the nut that goes here. And the socket on the other side. Okay. Get the tire off the ground. Okay. Okay. Now just take the axle out. Carefully. I'm just wrenching it out. And give it a little pressure on that side. But I get the camera in my hand so I can't. The axle should come right out. Jiggle the tire around and get the right pressure off the tire and the axle pulls out. As long as it's been greased when it was put together. Okay, you just slide the belt off. Okay. And jack it up high enough so you can roll the tire right out. Easy beans. And that's that. Then we just got to take all this stuff off. And this off. That way, when I bring it to the auto store, they can mount the new tire on. So I'll do that next. Set it on a piece of cardboard so it doesn't damage the disc on the other side. And I just pull this up. And don't lose these. Okay? Pull that right up. We'll get this apart. Just by pulling it up, see it separating? This will keep working. It pulls right up. Okay? I don't have a tripod, so I can't use both hands. Oh, the last time I did this, I marked here and I marked on the rim. So when I put it back together, I know keep everything lined up. Okay. And that's what it looks like. Now take these out. They just fit in there. Okay. And that's it on this side. And And another thing, before you start, just to make sure you have it on hand, is order the O-ring that goes in here. Okay? And clean that all up. It breaks, and when I first did this, the factory one was a totally gone. But I ordered O-rings, so I should be all set. If I have the part number, I'll put it in the description. There's the O-ring number. It says 293300124. It's called the joint torque O-ring. Alright. And that's it. Okay, this is the same. I took all the bolts out. I used a 1/2-inch socket. You can use 1/2 inch or 13 millimeters. 1/2 inch seemed to fit tighter, so I use that. Take the spacer out, and this just rocks up and pulls up. Okay, that just pulls off. Okay. Now, that's all I need there. While you're there, you can clean that all up. Make sure everything works good. These are your adjusters for your belt. Make sure they're clean. Everything's clean underneath there. Okay. Everything looks good underneath there. And after I get the tire put on, I will continue the video. Check the belt out. Has a little wear on it. Not bad. Looks like I picked up a stone somewhere on one of these. Just make sure it's all nice and clean in there before you put it back together. Alright. But the belt looks good. Okay. Okay, we got the tire mounted this morning. I just gotta clean it and I'll put it all back together and I'll go over that with you. It's all ready to go. What a difference from the old to the new. Okay, we cleaned it up a little bit. A few things you're going to need. It's a medium Loctite. I cleaned up the bolts. Make sure they're clean. And for this side, that's it. Oh, we're going to need a mallet. And of course, a torque wrench. Okay, I think these go down to 63 foot-pounds. So, we will continue to the next. Okay, I'm going to put a drop of Loctite on the threads. Oops. Alright. And we're just going to line them up. Okay. Same with this one. We're going to do all the Loctite on them all. So, okay. I tapped them down. Oops. Tapped them down. Get my fingers out of the video. And I'll just snug these. Okay. And you want to go on a star pattern. And just get them down. Like I said, I tapped the disc down. We'll just do a star pattern. I torqued them down. I think I got it at 50. Okay, I did them all at 50, and I'll go to 63. Okay, I can see it now. All right, just to show you, I'll do it this way. This is at 63. Make sure it's on nice and snug. Okay. I'm just going to go over it one more time. Make sure it's right. Okay, that's done. Clean this up. Okay. And clean this up, put a little lube on it, and pop it back in. Just going to add a little bit of silicone grease to this. Doesn't take much. Yeah. Perfect. Now we'll work on the other side. Okay. Okay, I put a little bit of silicone grease, synthetic grease. I put it in the groove all the way around. Then I'm going to put some on this O-ring and install that. O-rings installed. Now I'll put these in place. I'm going to clean these up, take the stuff off, and they just set in there. Okay. Right, let me clean up the rest of them and continue. Okay, they're all in place. Next, I'll clean this up, make sure it's nice and clean, and sets right on there. Put a little bit of that synthetic grease in here, because that's where that O-ring seals. It's in this part. Oh, make sure you don't lose this. It goes in. Okay, the axle bushing. And I might put a little bit of grease on each one of these tabs so it goes in here better, if you can see that. And I also put some grease on this surface, which is for that. Okay. Remembered when I took it apart, I had it marked. There's the 2 marks. I said on there, now very carefully just wiggle it down, okay? Because you don't want to split that O-ring that we just replaced. So be careful. When I got it down, I just gently make sure it's seated. Just light taps. Sounds good. And I'll put this piece in. Already greased it. Yeah. All together. Now it's ready to clean that up and put it together. I put that's for the hold the brake, and get this in the right spot so you can fit it on the wheel. And there's, I don't know if you can hear that. I used the balancing beads on my tires. The ones that don't have the balancing beads were the front ones, because that was done, they mounted the tires when they laser aligned the bike. And the dealer put the weights on there. But I found the balancing beads work really good. I'll just roll this in and to the next step. Make sure you're up high enough so you can clear. Now, I greased up the axle shaft because it makes it a lot easier to slide it through everything. And as you can see, I'm quite a ways up in the air. So slowly you got to let it down and line it up, and then you can just slide the axle right through if it's lined up properly. Okay, I got the axle in. It's tricky with one person. You got to play with the jack and get everything lined up. And the same thing with this. Got it snugged up. Now I'm going to adjust it. And that's get the track in here. Let you spin the tire and get the track in. And by adjusting, tightening, or loosening them, that's how you line up the axle to get it to run true. All right. This takes a little bit of patience. So it's not slam bam, thank you ma'am. If you can see this gap here, by tightening this clockwise, I'll bring it closer. Okay. Getting there. Takes a few times to get to track it, so looks like I went too far, but we'll see. And also gotta pay attention to the front sprocket. You can't see it, but there's a front sprocket way up there. And make sure it's tracking up there, because there's a little flange on the outside, so you don't want the belt to be running on that. So you got to keep an eye on both. Okay, I'll do this a few more times and see what happens. Track it, and now that was pretty tight. So in other words, I got to take this one and go counterclockwise a little bit, and I always finish in the clockwise position. So I backed it up a little bit and just tighten it, and I'll track it again. I don't know if you've seen what I did, but you got to play with both sides until you get it to where you want, because you only can tighten up so much on this side before you have to loosen that side, or vice versa. I think I got it tracking pretty good. That's about the space you want to see. I'm trying to look down. Yeah, it looks good on way back there. You can see how it is. Then you also got to worry about the belt tension. You don't want to, if it's too tight, you wear things out. Okay. I think I might have it too tight. I'll have to put my tester on it. We'll see. Okay. Well, this is my belt tensioner gauge, and it fits on the finger like this. Okay. You push that down. Oh, let me see if I can get it that way. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's see if I can get a view of the belt. There's the belt. Okay, let me bring this up a little bit and see if it works. Well, here's the belt. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, here's the gauge on my finger. I reset it. Now, probably my arm will probably be in your way, but you come up to the belt and you just push down on it and it clicks. Then you come out, yep, and read it right there. That one looks high. Oh, sorry. That looks high. Let me take another reading and go from there. I'm getting close to 200 pounds. I think that might be high. I have to look at the book. About 190. Okay. 180. About 180 pounds. 180 pounds. That might be too much. I'll have to check on the book and get back to you. Some research, and it's somewhere between 100 and 230 foot-pounds, plus or minus 150. Not foot-pounds, plus or oh God, what do they call that? Yeah, so it's 230 foot-pounds, plus or minus 33 foot-pounds. So we're in the ballpark. Now finish tightening the bolts and checking it out again, and putting everything else back together. Well, after I snugged up, I didn't torque it down yet, but I just snugged up the axle, and I spun it again, and it shifted a little more than I want, so I got to readjust it. Okay, so back it off and readjust it a little bit. Always double and triple check. Okay, I torqued down to 160. Oops, well, 150. Okay, let's try this again so you can see it. Take two. I torqued the axle down to 150 because that's as high as my torque wrench would go. Okay, and everything seems to be snug. Now we'll continue. And I'll spin the tire some more and see how the tracking is. Okay, now put everything back together. I'm putting a little bit of Loctite on this. Alright. Set that aside for a second. And we'll cut these shims off. Okay. And we put that just like that. Make sure you don't lose any of the shims. And that fits on in there like so. And I'm trying to adjust. Adjust a little bit so I can get my hands in here. Oop. Okay. There we go. And tighten that up. You see, all right? How about this way? Make sure it's, just keep checking. I see what I'm doing. Okay. Now to put the calipers on, just double check your brake pads, make sure they're okay. Okay. And because that's got to go on there. So it's going to take some playing, but we will get it. I'll have to untie it and we'll swing it into place. If you can see it, I'm trying to get the light in here so you can see better. Okay, I got this bolt in. And I'll have to work on this one. I might have put extension to stretch in there. And then once that's in, I'll tighten it up and check it out. I'll make sure you tighten up, see if I can get them, that bolt and that bolt. Okay. Now I just got to drop it off the jack stands, clean up, and we'll take it for a little test drive. It's all back together. A new sneaker. Oh, don't forget, check out our website. And we'll give it a test drive and see how it works.